and say, oh God, I have to use fasting so fast. Just literally just used it. Everything is doing good. I just left my doctor's appointment for high risk pregnancy, and I wanted to update myself and whoever watches my video. So today I am 32 weeks and 3 days pregnant. I am. If you go by months, I know some people don't know how to count it by week. If you go by months, I'm 8 months, 1 week, and 3 days. Um, and it's just coming along. I'm tired of coming along, but I wanted to update you guys about my high risk pregnancy appointment because it's for gestational diabetes and all that. So I was diagnosed with gestational diabetes. Well, I did my testing on the 17th of November. I got diagnosed that same day that I had gestational diabetes and that I needed to see high risk as well as my regular OB doctor. So that is why I had my appointment today. I do have my regular OB appointment next Wednesday. That's when she's going to do like my measurements and all the other stuff that she does. But for my high risk is a male doctor that I see. He is very thorough, explains very well, and um, he's really good. That one he is really good what he does. I feel like I wouldn't even mind it if he was my regular OB. Even though I love my OB, I've known her for so many years. We worked together for so many years. That's the reason why I chose her because I knew her personally. Um, but if I did not know her and I had him, I would have been very happy as well. Very thorough, explains everything very well, and makes sure that you understand before you leave. And he gives you his pager number and says, "Don't care what time it is, page me." That's I love it. I mean, all my doctors actually do that for me, but yeah, I really like it. But anyways, I have been checking my blood sugar since I seen him. Um, so since the 2nd of December, I think I've been checking my blood sugar every day, about 4, sometimes 5 times a day, to see what my levels are. So the first day is the December 2nd was the first day because I remember writing it down. December 2nd um, was the first day. I my sugars were out of whack because still not knowing what to do, still not knowing I haven't had my nutrition appointment yet at that time, so figuring out what time to eat, what time not to eat, when to take my blood sugar, how long to wait, and all that. That was something that I had to learn. So he had told me the way he explained it to me. I don't know if I had explained this before or not, but I want to talk about it. So the way he explained it to me, usually he used to have his patients take their blood sugar up to 7 to 10 times a day, but that's just too much. That's too much pricking. You want to finish your strips within 3 to 4 days, and sometimes the strips are not covered under insurance. Actually, it's like much cheaper to buy it over the counter. It's like a few dollars, like less than $5, less than $10 to buy it over the counter, but by insurance for some reason is so much more expensive. Couldn't tell you why. I don't know if there's like different type of strips that he had ordered, but as long as it works and takes my blood sugar, that's all that matters. So, but now he requires it either 4 to 5 times a day, depending on your severity of your gestational diabetes. So for me, I alternate between before eating and after eating. Meaning, let's say Monday, if I start on Monday, it will be all before eating breakfast. So every single day, it doesn't matter if it's before or after, every single morning, I do a fasting, meaning I should not eat anything after midnight. Sometimes I do sneak like a bite or something if I'm like really hungry and like get that nauseous hunger, I will have like a bite of something, and that's it, like just to stop that hunger feeling. Um, but I do drink water throughout the night anyway. So, um, but besides that, and I can tell my blood sugar is different if I had a bite to eat in the morning, and if I did not have a bite to eat, like the middle of the night, or if I did not have a bite to eat in the middle of the night, I can tell the difference between my blood sugar. So he wants you to do fasting after midnight, nothing to eat. So I try to eat my dinner, stuff like that, way before midnight. At least by 7 o'clock, I try to eat something for dinner. Then I wait an hour, take my blood sugar after eating, and then I have to check my blood sugar before bed. So I will make sure that I will eat something before I like a snack or something before I go to bed, or I will um, like nibble on something right before I go to bed if I'm like way too hungry, if I ate too early. So let's say, for example, the first day is all before eating. That means I do my fasting, and then before breakfast, that's still my fasting, so I don't have to check again. So my fasting and before breakfast would be the same blood sugar because I'll eat my breakfast after I take my fasting, and then I'll check my blood sugar before lunchtime. So lunchtime would be, let's say, if I usually eat my breakfast between 8 and 8:30 when I get to work, and then I usually take my lunch break between and like between 1 and 2:30. So I'll check my blood sugar like at 1 o'clock, and then I'll eat afterwards. But they want you to eat between your breakfast and your lunch, um, a healthier snack in the middle. So if you ate breakfast at 8 o'clock in the morning, but the way the nutritionist explained it to me, if I ate breakfast at 8 o'clock in the morning, 3 to 3.5 hours later, I should have a snack if I'm hungry. But since I had bariatric surgery a while ago, sometimes I don't get hungry, so I don't eat a snack. And then by the time lunch gets close, I get like really, really hungry. So I'm trying to keep in mind of getting like a really healthy snack, like a yogurt or a cheese, like something that has a higher protein, a lower carb, um, that has some type of carb that has at least 15 grams of carbs or less for a snack, that has at least 2 or 3 ounces of portion of protein to it, healthy fats. So maybe you could have like avocados, or you could do apples and avocados, or um, like carrots and something that's like healthier. Like you can have all the vegetables that you want because most of the all the vegetables have no carbs to them, but you still want to make sure that you're adding some type of protein, and a little bit of carb. Like I said, about 15 grams of carb for your snack. And then the way she explained to me for lunch and dinner is that I should have um, up to 30 to 35 grams, I think, of carbs, if I'm not mistaken. But I'll make sure I really, really research it before I tell you guys the like in truth. But the way I've been doing is at least 35 grams of carbs for lunch. Um, Make sure I have protein as well, and as good as also as good fats. I try to pack my lunch as much as I can, but sometimes I don't get a chance to. For example, last night I really had a really rough night last night. Um, I was having a lot of pain in my stomach. It felt like something was getting ripped apart when I was trying to, like, when I got up to use the bathroom. I was having like cramps. I don't know if they were um, uh, light, not gestational cramps, but what's called Braxton Hicks, or if it was something else, but it was pretty painful. Went to the bathroom just to make sure that there's no bleeding or and anything else weird going on. There wasn't. Had to pee. I couldn't lay back down. It was very, very, very painful. I try to lay on my left side because they say no, that's the best way to sleep when you're pregnant. I couldn't lay on my left side no more than like a minute. I had to turn to the other side and sleep on my right side. I tried to lay on my right side the best as I can, but it was very, very painful. The pain that I was experiencing, I would give it like a 7.5, almost an 8. Put like, not trying to be dramatic, but it was pretty painful. It was pretty intense. It lasted for about 25 to 30 minutes, and then it subsided, and then it slowly went away. But I still had like tightness in my lower abdominal area, and as well as tightness in my lower back for the rest of the evening, and still now. Um, so I just don't know what that was about. I don't know if it's this growing uterus or what, or Braxton Hicks, I don't know, but there was no bleeding or anything like that. So there was no water breakage or anything like that. So I wasn't really too worried. I was worried about it, but not too much of worried about it. I knew I would have been fine. I knew baby was, she was moving like she was doing Olympics, so I know she was okay. I just knew it was just part of the pregnancy. So one, I took like a couple of nibbles of, had like panettone. I don't know if you know what panettone is. Is a Christmas like, it's not cake, but it's a Christmas treat thing. I had that upstairs with me, so I took like a bite of that, and I drank some water, and I went back to sleep. So this morning, when I checked my blood sugar, he wants my morning blood sugar, my fasting morning blood sugar, to be under 94, and my blood sugar this morning, it was at 88 this morning. So it was pretty good. And then I ate breakfast. And then after I ate breakfast, I made a mistake. So for breakfast, I had a bagel with cream cheese. Now, if I was thinking, I would have had just a half of a bagel with no cream cheese and something else with it. But I wasn't thinking. I had a student with me. I was in pain. I was really hungry. I was just ready to go home. I just went ahead and ate the bagel with cream cheese, and I had coffee that had creamer and the sweet and low Splenda with not Splenda, but equal with it. And I wasn't really thinking. So when I checked my blood sugar, it was at 174. I have never had a blood sugar at 174 since I've been checking it. So I got really, really worried. I was like, that is way too high. Um, so I went ahead and refilled my water bottle, and I drank, I think it was like 20 ounces of water. I drank 2 bottles of that. Like, I need to get this blood sugar down because that's just way too high. Sometimes if you don't clean your hands that well, so the best way to check your blood sugar is, first you need to um, wipe your finger with alcohol, let it dry, and then you poke your finger, whichever one you want. You poke your finger, you squeeze some of the blood out, you wipe that away, and then you use the second one. What I usually do is, after I clean my hand, I squeeze some of the blood out, wipe that away. I squeeze a little more, wipe that away again. So I wipe it twice, and um, then I squeeze it again. I take the third one just to make sure that there's still no oils on my hand left from wiping my fingers, just to make sure that there's no alcohol residue and stuff like that left, because that could also affect your blood sugar, the level, especially if there's like, sweat still on your hands or whatever. So I usually wipe it twice and then take the third one. So when I did it, I only wiped it once and took it. So I'm like, all right, let me drink some water. I'm pretty sure it's because the bagel and the coffee that I had. Um, and I was feeling a little bit warm, and not. I'm not gonna say I was feeling not myself, but I was just feeling really tired after I ate. That's when I knew, like, okay, let me check it because I think my blood sugar might be high, and of course it was. Um, so I went ahead and drank those 2 bottles of water, and I waited an hour and a half. After I waited an hour and a half, I took my blood sugar again, it went from 174 to 99. So it dropped pretty dramatically. So now I don't know if it was just only the bagel that made it go up that high, or if it was the bagel plus not properly taking the steps to clean my fingers before I prepped myself and not doing them the way I normally do. I was rushing. Like I said, I had a student with me, and I didn't want to like do all that right in front of her. I don't know if she felt comfortable or not, but I had to check it. So, because I woke up really late, I usually check it my fasting at home before I go to work. But I woke up at 7:05, and by the time I took a shower and left the house, it was 7:35, and I have to be at work at 8, so I have to really rush. And it's like 25 minutes away from my home, so I had to really rush to get home. To get to work. So when I checked it again, like I said, it was 99, which was great. And then I waited maybe like another hour or so. Um, and then when I started feeling hungry, I went upstairs and got me some chili. And I was researching how much is a cup of chili, of protein, all that kind of stuff has. So it gave me like a round estimate of what it could possibly have. So the lady actually filled it up to the brim, but I only ate. I think it was like more than 8 ounces. I think it was like about 12 ounces that she gave me. So I made sure I only ate a half of that, and that was it. I did not add any crackers or anything like that because I don't want to add any more carbs than it already has. So I ate that. I have not checked my blood sugar yet because today was checking before I eat. So I have not checked it. I will check it before I get home because I'll make dinner and then I'll eat my dinner and then I'll probably have a snack before I go to bed. I'm gonna go grocery shopping because we have food in the house. Well, we do have food, but we need like healthier food, and I don't have any right now. Um, so just keeping track of your blood sugar is very important. Keeping track, especially in the little book that you have. So what me and my doctor, I'm sorry by the way this video is a little bit long, but me and my doctor were talking about today about, I asked him, I said, well, I need to find out when I should tell my mom to cut her ticket in order to come and visit me and help me get ready for baby and for delivery. I want to give her like a an estimate amount of time. So he said, I'm going to try to get you to 39 weeks of pregnancy. Oh, not 39, 37 weeks. So I'll be 37 weeks on January 9th. My birthday is January 10th. So he's like, if I can get you to 37 weeks pregnant without having to deal with, preeclampsia, like right now I'm not worried about preeclampsia, but there's a possibility that you could develop preeclampsia, and I just make sure that I get you at least, he's like, my goal is to get you least to at least 37 weeks. Once we are at 37 weeks, like she can come and she'll be fine because she'll be full term. So he's like, if I get you scheduled for induction at 37 weeks, um, then you could possibly have your daughter on your birthday. I was like, okay, that's not something I wanted to do. I want her to have her own birthday, but if it is what it is, hey, there's nothing I could do about it. So, yeah, the time has been cut from January 30th to January 24th to possibly January 9th. So the time has just been getting cut and cut and cut. I feel like she's going to come around my birthday. I really do think so because the way I'm feeling, especially at nighttime, it's getting to be pretty painful. She is the estimate weight through the ultrasound is 4 pounds and 3 ounces as of Monday. Um, and depending on how I'm doing towards how I am doing with my gestational diabetes, she could grow any bigger. She could be a lot bigger later on. I don't know. So I don't see him physically until January 3rd, but I was instructed to make sure that I call him in 2 weeks. That is like a day or two before Christmas, to give him to give him my blood sugar levels, so that's to see where I'm at, to see if I need to be on medication or not. And then I see him on January 3rd. Now January 3rd, I will be doing an ultrasound, and then he's also adding another ultrasound on top of that that ultrasound that I will be doing. So the ultrasound that he is adding is to measure her activity. Like, is she opening and closing her hands? Is she flexing? Is she how much is she moving? How well is she doing? Is she breathing? Is she swallowing? All of that. He said that they will be monitoring it when I starting January 3rd. So starting January 3rd, I will have weekly ultrasound. That means I could possibly have ultrasound every week until 24 weeks, or I could have it two, which is January 3rd, and then January, probably like that Friday or something. So just so much going on. Things have flipped. I mean, I knew my third trimester things were going to get a lot different, but I really did not think things were going to get this different. But it is what it is. I'm grateful that I'm pregnant, so I'm trying not to complain when I'm having pain and stuff like that. I'm trying to tell myself, this is what you wanted, this is what you prayed, what you cried for, what you begged God for, what you spent lots of money on. He's like, I'm telling myself, like, don't complain, be grateful, but at the same time, I'm a human. I have the right to complain. Um, yeah, so I'm excited, but it's just like January 9th is literally around the flipping corner, especially once Christmas comes. That's 2 weeks, because once Christmas comes, my birthday is January 10th. My birthday is 2 weeks after that. So today I'm 32 now, so 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. That's 5 flipping weeks. I have my baby shower coming up this Sunday, and I'm hoping I get everything that I need for the baby shower, and I get my. I'm starting to get my room. The baby's going to be sleeping at. I already switched the bed around yesterday. Um, I got another mattress, cushion on my bed because I need another one. I'm getting things prepared, but I just don't know if I'm ready for her to be here yet. But I think once I get everything I need, after the baby shower, and then see what else is missing. As long as I have the basics that I need, I know for a fact that I have pack and play with a bassinet and a changing table with it. I have another pack and play. One of my friends is giving me her. They had a baby. January 19th, she'll be a year old. So they don't use the bassinet anymore. Actually, they only used it once or twice. So she's like, you can have it. Like, there's no need for us to use it anymore. So, like, keep it. That could be um, gift. So she's gonna bring that to the baby shower. It's beautiful. It's like white with like a hint of like light pink to it. And they had a baby girl as well. Um, so that one is going to go in my room, so in the baby's room. Um, the crib, I'm not going to order it yet. I'm going to order it sometime next week or the week after. Um, but the crib is, I don't need to set up the crib until after like 2, 3 months, after she's born, because she's not going to be in the crib. The bassinet is not like a regular tiny bassinet. I have that one that comes with the pack and play, the one you can just pick up and go. I have that one, as well. But this bassinet is like small little crib itself. So that one's going to stay in her room, where my futon is in that room, because that's the room I'm planning on staying until she is 3 to 4 months, until she starts sleeping um, fully on her own, like not on her, but like sleeping majority of the night. Then I can switch her to be in her crib. Um, so that's the plan. So I started moving things around. I bought a this little pool drawer, the gray pool drawer, the plastic one is the pool drawer one. I bought a gray one. I don't want everything to be like so pink and everything. 'Cause I know most of the stuff that people are going to buy are going to be like very girly colors, and I don't want everything to be very girly colors. So the other stuff that I use, like the bottles, the cleaning stuff, hangers, and all that kind of stuff is going to be a neutral color, like a gray or like very light brown or something like that color. Her crib is going to be most likely a gray crib or a white crib, not a white one, like an off-white or a gray crib. I don't want anything that is just all pink or all like very girly color. It's just too much for me. So yeah, that's the plan so far at least. And so I'm hoping once I get all that stuff, I'll put it together. The crib, I know not the crib, but the bassinet is already put together. They did not disassemble it, so all I gotta do is just take it upstairs, wash the bedding and all that kind of stuff, and just be ready for her. Um, and hopefully I'll get a bunch of diapers and wipes. I think those are like the majority important things that I need. This diaper, wipes, uh, yeah, diapers, wipes, diapers, wipes, uh, uh, like some important things that I'm sorry, I was just thinking of the car. Diapers, some wipes, some covers, some clothes, something like stuff that she needs just for right now, because all she's going to be doing is sleeping, pooping, eating, and crying. So that's all she's going to be. She's not going to be walking around and everything. My husband's like, I want to get her, um, uh, what was it, the high chair. I'm like, she doesn't need a high chair. Like, she's not going to use a high chair. Like, she's going to be a newborn. She won't be. She can't sit up. Like, the high chair is for her to sit up so she can be fed. Like, she can't sit up. So once I have everything, if she has to come at 37 weeks, then I'll be fine. As long as she's full term and she's healthy, then I'm fine. And hopefully that I mean, I wouldn't mind for honestly, I would not mind for her to come at 37 weeks. Honestly, I don't mind because she is going to be full term, and as long as she, like I said, as long as she is healthy, I don't care if she comes at 37 weeks. It's ideal to stay into 40 weeks, but I already knew when I got pregnant that I was not going to make it to 40 weeks because of my age, and then now with gestational diabetes, I knew for even more of a fact that I was not going to make it to probably 39 weeks. Like she's going to come between 37 and 38 weeks. So that's just around the corner. But anyways, I think this is a long enough video. If you have any questions about gestational diabetes, how to check your blood sugar, what machine I'm using, and how much I paid for it, or anything else question you have, please leave in the description. I mean the comments below, and I'll try to respond to you guys. But I will see you guys probably sometime end of this week. If not, I mean not this week, next week um, after I get my OB visit taken care of, and we shall see what their plan is. Until then, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe so we can grow this channel together. I need to slow down. And I'll talk to you guys soon. And have a good day. And be safe, stay warm. And all right. Bye.